Ups Jaden Shackelford, and then the seniors Petty and Herb Jones. Jordan Bruner, the transfer out of Yale, as Jones takes it deep, fires back to Shackelford. His three is down. Great start for Alabama. 25 and 20 rebounds. We'll see if they go back inside or they rely on the outside shot. That one was blocked. Exactly what we talked about at the top. Smith finds Adu, who lays it up and in.
They are not good enough in the head coach's eyes.
So the active defense as he bounced back to Smith on the baseline for the Duncan, his 8th double-double, which is an SEC high. Here's the ball movement. Petty. He knocks down his first three of the day. John Petty
Touches his hands.
Dean Bruner pestered Molinar, and he lost to DJ Stewart. Now Molinar back on defense. Shackelford a little finger roll for two. 36. There Shackelford steps into another one. That one's too long. Look at that rebound by Jones in traffic, and he gets it to go. Herb Jones, three after making the first, is off.
There you go.
The corner lost among the trees, and that's a good take. Ellis in and out on the three. Jones doing some work. Javon Quinterly wide open. That'll go. Yes, so now Virginia and Duke both, because of COVID protocols and tracing, out of the ACC tournament. Shackelford knocks down a three.
They completely sold it to their guys.
Great look inside. So think about what we just saw. Gary had the ball within a foot of the rim. Kicked it for a three. Quinterly playing safety with interception, and they got numbers. Alley-oop to Gary. And quick timeout from Ben Howland.
And they are looking like one of the 8 teams in the country that I think can win the national championship in this game. A recipe for disaster against Alabama.
Davon Smith 5 into the game. Tough shot from Molinar, but he gets it to go as the shot clock expires.
The backcourt himself though to work with.
He does.
And that backcourt pressure from Mississippi State right now is, can they control the basketball forward inside? He's a power forward defensively and a point guard offensively. One of the most.
How about a steal? Another turnover. He's got Shackelford ahead. He got it to him a little late. They're going to call goaltending as Adu got it off the backboard. Not, but others that are affected. Ole Miss is knocking on that door. And they've gone from first 4 out to one of the last 4 that may get in. That three is good, and a foul. Keon Ellis to the line.
Title, they can win the tournament title, and then the next one is the NCAA tournament. And they have their eyes on all 3 still remaining.
Hit. Got to make their twos, and that was a wide open look. Now Petty hoists a three and buries it from the corner.
The hungry, driven, not settling for where they are. He said we're somewhere in the mid-90s. That's a really good number.
Bottom for Petty. Third three. Ben Howland says we gotta stop the bleeding. How about Alabama? Just don't see him. 3 a.m. start for Jimmy. Here's another kick, and Quinterly. Look at the white shirts. There were 3 white shirts on that offensive rebound and not one maroon. Gary gets into the act.
Kind of sense that Arkansas and Alabama want a little piece of each other one more time. Boy, how good is he?
What a difference a day makes, huh? The way Mississippi State played that first half,
man.
and Quinterly with a blow-by again.
Early this year, Nate Oates on a Friday night took Javon Quinterly to the hotel team room and said, you and I are going to. His layup making game is all elevated in this Alabama system. Just a perfect fit for how he plays. He found it when he went in that transfer portal. Little double up action. They go to this 4 or 5 times a game. Alabama all to isolate on the inside. That's all in rim attacks.
Quinterly finds Reese, who throws it inside. Ambrose Hilton. That one is a high arcer that goes in. And another open three, a little too strong that time. Another aspect of this blowout, free throws. One of the aspects, and this is nitpicking, but they only took 3 free throws in the first half. Shackelford from the corner knocks it down. What a piece Jaden Shackelford is in an empty gym by himself and do defensive drills. How many kids are wired to do that kind of stuff? Not very many. The speed of their hands inside that paint is scary. There is nothing that comes easy. It's literally like trying to swarm some bees.
I don't think Herb Jones is a lottery pick. I think Herb Jones is an NBA player, though. He's a power forward defender with point guard skills. And again, he is about winning. Herb Jones is about winning. He's a calm guy, but around him last year in the Bahamas, I got a feel for how super competitive. Alabama's been late on one defensive switch this entire ball game. That time they got the gap slipped. Fulkerson, I did the ball game. Fulke looked like Fulke on Sunday in Thompson-Boling Arena. Just fast, electric, arms and legs flailing all the basketball fun.
But he also got into the idea. Ouch, that hurt, and you could hear Primo yell really loudly as he was collapsed on by Iverson Molinar. And Primo, like, right away screamed, and it may be, let's hope it's just fear from that. And that's when you have such a big lead like they do now, and you're in a tournament that's going to play consecutive games. You know, you do worry about injuries.
And you as a kid that can defend at that 6'6" position like he does. The fastest offense in college ball, Alabama. I mentioned it earlier. You have to go all the way back to Trey Young at Oklahoma.
Baylor a winner 74-68 yesterday as they held off Kansas City State in the quarters. The grades from Mike Schmitz on Cade Cunningham. They're coming out of this conference. You know, I think Kentucky, obviously, but Springer and Keon Johnson in our next game.
Yeah, that's a great question. But I'm not sure about the Kentucky kids. If they go, they better get really good feedback, because yesterday will be a long-term pro as well. He's probably his only time in Fayetteville was this year. I wouldn't have Sharif Cooper that high, because when you're that small, Ravi, I'm going to say 25-2.
Right, 33 to nothing. Good job by you. 33 to nothing.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
You, on the other hand, when you thought about transferring from Ithaca, right? You are not.
Well, I love all those guys, but with all due respect,
they're just playing ball now, Alabama. That's how they practice every day. Just play ball.
Sure are. Bam. Late cut from Gary. It'll fall. They go to 75. Oh, I know. I'll transfer.
I go there.
So he did. And yeah, Mendenwald is about as good as there is in the country when it in Nigeria. 2016 and 17, he finds out because of a transcript issue he's got to sit out. At all for Abdul Adu? None. Like, man, you have such a possible chance. By the end of it, he and several other teammates were in tears because he hasn't seen them in person in so long. And he usually just speaks to them on the phone. Commissioner, kind enough to join us during our second game, Florida-Tennessee. So, Jimmy, get your questions ready. Last point. We're not going to go to the free throw line. We're good. We're done. 85-48. Alabama looked like the #1 seed in the tournament and one of the top teams in the country as they destroy the Bulldogs. Javon Quinterly, outstanding today. Shackelford, 13 points. Quinterly, the leading scorer with 14.